Hello there, and welcome back to the Sleepy Science Channel. Tonight, we drift toward the roof of the world, those towering, icy giants that scrape the sky and whisper ancient stories into the wind. Before we sink into the calm, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if this gentle corner of the internet truly feels like home to you. And let me know in the comments where you're listening from and what time it is. I love seeing this little constellation of sleepy souls from every corner of the planet. Now, dim the lights. Turn on a fan if you like that soft hum in the background. Close your eyes just enough to let the edges blur. High above the clouds, the air thins, the world quiets, and the stars feel so close they might brush your fingertips. Mountains rise like frozen waves of stone monuments shaped by ice, carved by wind, and crowned with snow older than the oldest city lights below. To look at a mountain is to glimpse a time so deep it almost stops the breath. These giants are both ancient and alive, shifting slowly through the rhythms of erosion and rebirth. Tonight, we'll wander through that silent majesty, tracing how mountains rise, how they breathe weather into existence, and how they leave fingerprints on every living thing that dares to climb their spines. Mountains are born from the slow, steady collision of continents. Far beneath your feet, plates of rock drift at the same speed your fingernails grow. Yet when they finally meet, their strength is immense. Over millions of years, these slabs push against each other until the crust wrinkles and folds. Seabeds rise. Plains lift. Ridges stack like pages in a stone book. What was once ocean floor becomes the crown of the world. This is how the Himalayas began, when the Indian plate slammed into Asia and refused to back down. The highest peaks on Earth are the echoes of that impact, frozen waves of stone still rising in quiet determination. To look at them is to see continents locking hands, turning pressure into beauty and time into height. Sometimes, the Earth lifts mountains faster than the sky can wear them down. We often assume erosion is the undefeated champion, carving everything into softness. But in certain places, the deep upward push of tectonic forces outruns the slow chiseling of rain and ice. Summits crumble, yet grow higher. Valleys deepen, yet the ridges above them climb even more. In parts of the Andes, whole ranges are still rising by several millimeters each year, as though the crust is inhaling, breathing upward through stone. Rivers trapped in these rising landscapes struggle to carve escape routes, slicing narrow gorges that can't keep pace with the climbing terrain. Here, the world becomes a race between uplift and erosion, between the Earth's fiery ambition and the sky's patient persistence. Every growing mountain is a victory in slow motion. And though mountains feel eternal, entire ranges wander across the planet like travelers with no destination. They drift because the continents beneath them drift. The Appalachians were born near the equator, wrapped in tropical heat, and have since journeyed thousands of miles north. The Alps too have marched across shifting crust, carried like wrinkles on moving skin. Mountains are not monuments, they are passengers, riding continents through the long, drifting story of Earth. Even the mightiest volcanic mountains play a game of musical chairs if the hot spots below them decide to switch it up. Each mountain range is like a diary, scribbled with tales from their odyssey. Imagine finding fossils of tropical seas tucked away in icy summits, giving clues to worlds that existed ages before. While we might not notice shifts in our lifetime, the continents are always on the move, gliding silently through time like sneaky turtles on a lazy Sunday. Speaking of movement, let's chat about the Himalayas. They're like the overachievers of the mountain world, adding a smidgen of height each year, roughly the width of your pinky nail. This upward ambition started when the Indian plate crashed into Asia about 50 million years ago. Do these giants take breaks? Nope. They're still pushing northward, squeezing the Tibetan plateau higher, all while munching on a few rocks here and there. Earthquakes. Oh yes, those happen during their colossal dance-off, reminding us that the drama continues. And then there are the Andes, soaring upwards from what was once a serene seabed. Imagine layers of sand, coral, and shells slowly transforming into rock after many moonlit nights of geological activity. When the Nazca Plates decided to slip beneath the continent, it was time for a geological makeover. Those sediments got all crushed and thrown skyward, resulting in the jagged beauties we see today. Look closely, and you might even spot fossilized shells, evidence of their underwater past. All the while volcanic eruptions were adding a fresh layer of pizzazz. Over in the eastern United States, the Appalachians tell a different tale. These once mighty peaks rivaled the Himalayas, standing proud millions of years ago. But time has worked its magic, softening their edges and turning them into rolling, gentle hills cloaked in lush forest. The mountains have been through some serious weathering, and what we see today are more like the worn-out bones of a dinosaur rather than majestic giants. Yet, beneath the calm, they whisper stories of Earth's wild history, of forces that shaped landscapes and made them what they are. Now let's peek into the youthful Alps, with their sharp ridges and snow-capped peaks, like the teenagers of the Mountain Club. Formed just 40 million years ago when Africa decided to crash the European party, they're fresh-faced compared to the elderly Appalachians or the ancient hills of Greenland. Their striking beauty is a direct result of their youth, where these geological newcomers continue to pack a punch, reminding everyone that they've got a lot of growing up to do. From the ever-growing Himalayas to the weathered Appalachians, this world of mountains is rich with stories of ups and downs, pasts and presents. They may look like stationary sentinels, but under the surface, they're always on the move, crafting their tales with every inch they gain. Each mountain is a chapter in a storybook that's still being written. So, as you admire these glorious giants, remember they're still very much alive. Glaciers are like nature's art tools, chiseling through rocky terrains and sculpting the majestic valleys of the Alps. You can practically hear the rocks cracking as they're shaped into dramatic peaks, a constant reminder of the Earth's dynamic nature. With the uplift still ongoing, landslides and avalanches enjoy a closer relationship than an overzealous relationship coach. And if you listen closely among the limestone and granite, those ancient seashell fossils are gossipy witnesses to the Tessis Ocean that once ruled the region. Now, the Rocky Mountains are a bit of a cosmic oddball. They didn't pop up where all the cool kids like most mountain ranges hang out along tectonic plate boundaries. Instead, around 70 million years ago, they decided to crash the party nearly 1,000 miles inland. An oceanic plate slipped beneath North America at an angle so ridiculous, it sent shockwaves across the crust like a bad sci-fi plot, folding and raising what was once flat plains into soaring peaks. Talk about a dramatic makeover. These mighty Rockies didn't stop there. They've been inviting rivers to carve out deep valleys that expose layers of ancient seabed and volcanic ash. Today, geologists are like eager detectives sifting through the rocks, piecing together evidence of how forces from miles away orchestrated this colossal chain of mountains. It's nature's version of a sprawling family reunion, with each layer telling tales of distant impacts that quietly transformed landscapes over eons. Now, let's talk about Antarctica, where secrets abound under miles of ice. Most folks don't realize that beneath that thick, icy blanket, a hidden world of mountains lies in wait. Using nifty radar and gravity mapping, scientists accidentally stumbled upon the Gambits V range, which conceals peaks as tall as the Alps. Imagine mountains that have never felt human eyes upon them. They're the ultimate introverts, holed up under 30 million years of icy history, whispering hints of their origins which may involve ancient continental collisions. These snow-draped titans even help guide ice flows above, carving out unseen valleys and subglacial lakes, as if they're playing landscape architects in a frozen world. Antarctica manages to keep its secrets hidden among peaks that haven't seen the sky for eons, reminding us that hidden realms exist even in the most frigid environments. It's a silent roar of nature's creativity, one where landscapes sleep beneath layers of frost. And while we're talking about mountains, let's take a dive literally. Beneath the ocean lurks an awe-inspiring mountain range that dwarfs even Everest. The Medocean Ridge rises triumphantly from the ocean floor, where molten rock makes its entrance and mingles to form underwater peaks that would put any land-based mountain to shame. This ridged titan spans over 40,000 miles, wrapping around the Earth like a thrilling roller coaster ride hidden from the sunlight above. The underwater world is a canvas of fascinating formations, with volcanic vents dotting the mountainsides, releasing nutrient-rich heat. These submarine landscapes are thrilling yet disorienting, creating ecosystems that thrive amidst darkness. When explorers finally charted this underwater realm and unveiled it through sonar mapping, they realized the world's largest mountain range had been there all along, concealed beneath the waves, a treasure holding untold stories of fire and water. In fact, the entire mid-oceanian ridge stands proud beneath the ocean, forming a continuous chain of volcanic marvels threading through every ocean. Crossing the Atlantic and snaking through the Indian and Pacific Oceans, it's like the Earth's secret backbone, pulling apart at the seams. While most of us are just unpacking our suitcases at beach resorts, down below lies a thrilling world of landscapes waiting to be discovered, teeming with life and tales far beyond what our everyday horizons allow us to see. Completely submerged beneath the waves, the mid-ocean ridge covers almost a quarter of the Earth's surface. Picture this: black smokers spurting superheated water, teeming with minerals, birthing bizarre ecosystems in utter darkness. These quirky creatures never had the chance to meet sunlight. They live off chemistry rather than plant food. It's not just a mountain, it's a sprawling, living entity, the tectonic heart that keeps our planet alive, constantly reshaping and regenerating itself. Underneath the ice sheets of Antarctica and Greenland lie ancient worlds waiting to be revealed. Despite being buried under miles of icy pressure, radar surveys reveal a treasure trove of hidden mountain ranges, valleys, and plateaus, untouched by daylight for eons. Once carved by rivers and glacier that now dance in memory, these landscapes are frozen in a moment of time, patiently waiting for their grand unveiling when the ice gives way. Think of it as Mother Nature's well-preserved secret, ready to surprise us. What do you get when you place a mountain under a colossal frozen mass? Deep basins and shimmering subglacial lakes, perfect for an avant-garde movie scene. The weight of all that ice bends the crust, creating an underground oasis of flowing waters. Imagine whole watersheds shifting quietly beneath a thick, icy blanket, just biding their time. These wonders remain locked away, the world as it was before, like a mystical map waiting for someone to start a really exciting treasure hunt. Volcanoes, on the other hand, are nature's express lane to mountain building. They pop up seemingly overnight. Paracutin in Mexico is a perfect example. One moment, it's a farmer's cornfield, and the next, a fiery giant springs to life in 1943. Within a year, it shot up over 1,000 feet, dismissing the notion that mountains take eons to grow. It left behind a landscape literally buried in ash that tells the tale of how quickly the Earth can change. Who knew nature could throw a party that exhilarating? Then there are the quiet giants, the shield volcanoes, which take to the land like a gentle, flowing robe. These beauties stretch their lava across miles, with broad, harmonious slopes creating serene landscapes. Take Mauna Loa in Hawaii. From the ocean floor to the peak, it's taller than Everest. It's like nature's slow dance, molding itself over time as molten rock weaves a tapestry of new land. Witnessing their birth is like watching a calm symphony, as rivers of fire meld into solid ground beneath a peaceful sky. Now, picture a mountain that could easily flaunt its size on a cosmic scale. Welcome to Olympus Mons on Mars. This titan overshadows anything Earth has to offer, easily swallowing up Arizona in its volcanic embrace. With slopes extending for hundreds of miles and reaching peaks that rise more than twice as high as Everest, it's the superhero of mountains. Olympus Mons even curved to fit the planet's shape. It's as if the universe decided to show off, leaving all other mountains green with envy. What a majestic sight to behold in the grand cosmic ballet. Mars is home to a giant called Olympus Mons, and it's really something to behold. This massive volcano achieved its impressive height because Mars doesn't have tectonic plates shifting around like Earth does. Instead, eruptions happened in the same spot over millions of years, stacking lava higher and higher. With cliffs that could make even the tallest mountains on Earth feel inadequate, Olympus Mons is a sprawling monument, a frozen testament to Mars' fiery history that looms over the landscape. But mountains aren't exclusive to planets like Mars. On our world, some majestic ranges come with a twist. They're made from coral. Picture vibrant reefs that thrived in warm, shallow ocean waters, their layers metamorphosing into upraised limestone through tectonic forces over eons. Take the island of New Guinea as an example, where once living coral now forms towering cliffs, showcasing a time when oceans ruled and life flourished beneath the waves. It's as if the land is whispering stories of its aquatic past. Meanwhile, the enchanting landscapes of karst terrain have emerged in these areas, sculpted by the gentle handiwork of rain and rivers that carve through limestone. Here, fascinating caverns, dramatic sinkholes, and spires make for surreal visual delights. Each point of stone once held the vibrations of life, as creatures deposited their tiny contributions over time, building a majestic world that now reaches skyward. Mother Nature's slow but subtle artistry truly offers a breathtaking perspective on how mountains can transcend fire and fury. Then we have the icy mountains on distant moons. Yes, they exist. In the chilly expanse of our solar system, regions like Europa and Enceladus showcase mountains crafted from solid ice that's as resilient as granite. Picture a frozen ocean surface that still experiences shifts and breaks. Solid blocks of ice, comparable in size to city blocks, pile up into impressive ridges. Over on Pluto, glacier of nitrogen and methane frosts slither slowly, resembling shimmering glass sculptures in the pale sunlight. You can practically hear them whispering secrets of potential hidden oceans underneath. Equally impressive are the mountains found in the rich volcanic regions of Iceland and Hawaii, where fiery nature struts its stuff. Cinder cones sprout amidst vast lava fields, formed when molten rock erupts dramatically from a vent. Glowing projectiles dance in the air before cooling into steep mounds, some barely a few hundred feet high while others tower thousands. Places like Iceland's Holarorn Field witness these vibrant peaks rise swiftly, bright against the dark backdrop of basalt, each a spirited testament to Earth's ongoing fiery creativity. The colors of mountains also reveal their geological tales, turning each slope into a storyteller. The rusty reds, they sing of oxidized iron, while greens hint at the existence of copper minerals. Pale limestone cliffs whisper of ancient seabeds, and dark volcanic rock reveals fierce eruptions from deep below. In essence, these beauty marks, splashed across mountain faces, hold nature's secrets, charm, and rich history, painting a vivid picture of their geological metamorphosis. Each hue is a brushstroke in the grand masterpiece of our planet's evolution. In the mesmerizing expanse of deserts, mountains don a vibrant wardrobe of colors like pinks, ochres, and violets, clothed in layers of sediment from eons past. These peaks have a remarkable talent for changing hues, radiating golden warmth at sunrise and cooling to serene blues at dusk. Even that pristine snowcap covering their heads tells tales, tinted by volcanic ash or swirling desert dust caught in the breeze. And while geologists dissect these colors with mathematical precision, for us ordinary folks, it's simply the universe's art displayed in rock form, a colorful story etched deep into the earth. Some peaks are like senior citizens among rocks, boasting age older than the continent's acquaintances. Deep within certain ancient mountain ranges are rocks that have hung around for over 4 billion years, nearly dating back to Earth's fiery formation. Just look at the Acasta gneiss in Canada. It formed when the Earth was a hot mess, cooling down and stabilizing. These rocks have dodged colliding continents, endured erosion's relentless march, and have been around since life was just a twinkle in the cosmic eye. Holding one is like shaking hands with time itself. It's a solid connection to an era when the very surface of Earth was still molten. Onward to the oldest mountain range, the ancient Barberton Greenstone Belt in South Africa, which is basically Mother Nature's retirement home. Born more than 3 billion years ago, these ancient peaks have been significantly weathered. They have transformed into mere whispers of their former glory, low hills and twisted rocks that once roared above volcanic oceans. Embedded in these layers are microscopic fossils that are like ancient selfies of Earth's earliest life, tiny bacteria immortalized in rock. They stood witness to the planet morphing into what it is today, holding a history that predates the existence of trees. Truly, these mountains sing a song of a time before it even knew what life was. Mountains have this cheeky talent of conjuring their own weather systems, like nature's own meteorologists. When moist air sachets up the mountain slopes, it cools off and gets cozy enough to form clouds that drape themselves elegantly over the summits. Then, as this air flows downhill, it warms up again, causing a dramatic fall in precipitation on the leeward side, leading to the formation of deserts. Just look at the Andes. They keep the Atacama Desert dry and dusty, while the Himalayas act like cozy blankets, keeping Siberian winds at bay. How considerate. But wait, there's more. Mountains are like fluffy bouncers for weather patterns, creating localized conditions that can whip up storms at a moment's notice. As air climbs up a peak, it can generate thunderheads that bubble around the top, creating a dramatic weather display. It's like each mountain has its own mood swings, influencing rainfall distribution and fog formation, almost like a toddler playing with toys. So, while mountains are shaped by the climate, they also take charge, sculpting the very atmosphere they're surrounded by, like an artist brushing life into the skies. As you gaze at a mountain on a breezy day, you might catch a sneak peek at clouds appearing and disappearing with astonishing speed. The dance between air and elevation creates playful misty veils that cling to the rocky contours, teasing the eye. One moment you see the crisp peak, next it's enveloped in a soft enigma of fog, almost like the mountain enjoys playing hard to get. It's in those fleeting moments that the true magic of mountains unfolds, a creative ballet orchestrated by the interplay of moisture and elevation, reminding us that nature always has a captivating trick or two up its sleeves. As you ascend a few hundred feet up a mountain, the air turns whisper dry and the clouds begin to flit like naughty ghosts. These ever-changing layers, known as orographic clouds, are the mountain's atmospheric artwork, teasing hikers with surprise fog and unexpected showers. Observers from afar view them as a mountain's breath, mist exhaling and inhaling. Each fleeting wisp of cloud is like nature's improvisational dance, a tantalizing reminder that the weather is just another stakeholder in the peak's charade. But let's talk about the really quirky clouds, those permanent lenticular ones that sit above majestic mountains like aliens flying saucers. When fierce winds flow steadily over these colossal structures, the air does a little ballet, rising, cooling, and dipping in a dance that creates smooth, lens-shaped clouds. Amazing pink and gold hues wrap themselves around these formations at sunset, screaming for attention. Pilots, however, avoid them like they're the last of the chocolate at a party, since the turbulence beneath can be a roller coaster without a safety bar. Take a moment to appreciate the enchanting sight of layered lenticular clouds hovering lazily, like floating discs, at iconic spots like Mount Fuji or the Andes. They may look static, but inside, it's a whirlwind of activity. For centuries, these ethereal formations have fueled myths and stories of extraterrestrial happenings, not to mention some really wild sci-fi talk about what lurks above. Instead, these clouds serve as a stunning reminder of Earth's unseen currents lying just beneath our feet. Then there's the mesmerizing morning effect, shadows stretching for miles over the landscape as the sun peaks over a tall peak. It's a geometric free-for-all, where irregular mountains cast sharp, triangular shadows, painting everything in their dark embrace. In the presence of towering giants like Everest or Kilimanjaro, these shadows can stretch out like a royal cape, a perfect silhouette of darkness dancing against the awakening sky, captivating climbers as they greet the sunrise. And what of the fleeting moments of glory? Climbers know the magical experience of spotting a circular rainbow forming around their shadow when the sunlight breaks through mist. Often mistaken as reflections of their grandeur, these glory halos evolve as you move, swirling in harmony with the clouds. What a thrill to discover the broken spectre a personal spectacle, reminding you that light can turn physics into sheer magic, merging your existence with the mountain spirit. Yet, the air on lofty peaks isn't all rainbows and lenticulous. With each step up, the atmosphere becomes thinner, and oxygen molecules become as sparse as friendly neighbors on a Monday morning. Cosmic radiation flows like an uninvited party guest, reminding climbers that high-altitude living requires stamina and strength. Each breath feels like pulling a stubborn puppy away from a chew toy, an effort that transforms every inhale into a small victory on the harsh heights. And so, the mountains continue their poetic ballet, a symphony of shifting clouds, playful shadows, and dazzling glories that remind us why we venture into this breathtaking domain. They tease and challenge us. They transform every breath into an adventure, where we dance on the edge of reality and discover the beauty hidden within the higher altitudes. Who knew climbers could experience such humbling treasures in exchange for an oxygen workout? The mountains sure have a knack for casting a spell. At high altitudes, the air gets remarkably thinner, making Mount Everest not just a climber's fantasy but also a cosmic ray funhouse. Here, radiation is like that obnoxious party guest, it just keeps coming. Exposure at the summit is about double compared to sea level, which is a delightful tidbit for pilots and techies who often find themselves navigating the clouds. But hold your groans. Despite this harsh radiation, you're rewarded with air clarity that would make any Instagram filter jealous. Stars shine like diamonds, and the sky turns into the kind of deep blue reminiscent of a perfectly brewed morning coffee. These towering giants aren't just impressive, they have their own weather systems. When air takes a trip northward and meets a mountain range, it gets a lift literally. Forced upward, it cools and drops moisture like an overzealous waiter refusing to idle. This creates a dry, warm descent on the other side and sends ripples in the air that can affect weather thousands of miles away. For example, the magnificent Himalayas do an exquisite job sculpting the Asian monsoon, while the Andes take lead roles in directing South American jet streams. It's a global weather orchestrator, mountains influencing everything from storms to trade winds. Even the tiniest mountainous ranges play hits on the climate charts, showing that Mother Nature isn't keeping secrets. When mountains hit the atmosphere, they create waves that party across the globe, all detected from orbiting satellites. They are like notes in Earth's grand symphony, subtly tuning the air and impacting our climate. The peaks might look chill and composed, but their presence dynamically influences the rhythm of the sky, almost like they are extra musicians in the band. Think puffing mountains can't share? Think again. Mountain air is a hotshot carrier of microscopic particles, ferrying stories straight from faraway deserts. The wind can lift tiny grains of Sahara dust, sending them on a journey across oceans to settle on snow in the Alps or Andes. This dust isn't just a nuisance, it carries minerals, pollen, and even microbes. When these airborne travelers land on ice, they leave a dark trace that speeds up melting. Volcanic ash, sea salt, and forest smoke swirl in a never-ending ballet, creating a global narrative that scientists dissect through snow layers, revealing chapters of our planet's history. Now, snowflakes in the mountains are a whole different game. At lofty altitudes, they become tiny crystals, gracefully forming unique patterns that can't be replicated at sea level. The altitude, temperature, and moisture play a hand in shaping these icy beauties. Instead of usual broad stars, you'll find needle-like structures, hollow prisms, and even dazzling hexagonal plates that sparkle like diamonds. As they journey through atmospheric layers, each flake contorts and transforms, making their descent a customization that reflects their individual atmospheric journey. Those serene blankets of snow on mountaintops are anything but commonplace. They are masterpieces reflecting the sky's magic. And here's a fun fact. Some glacier, the slow-moving titans of the mountains, are sneaky fast. These icy behemoths can silently surge forward several feet each day, resembling a dramatic racing event. The secret? Meltwater trapped beneath the ice acts like a slippery slide, enabling these glacier to glide over bedrock. So the next time you see a glacier, remember it's not static, it's just on a glorious, albeit leisurely, adventure. As the glacier inches along, it's like Mother Nature herself took a giant cheese grater to the mountains, turning hard stone into fine powder and etching out deep valleys. If you pause long enough, you can almost hear the glacier's groans echoing through the ice, as if it were pulling a dramatic act straight out of a nature documentary. Beneath that icy exterior, glaciers are deceptive. They're like a river that got stuck in a really long freeze and still has a busy social life reshaping the landscape. But not every glacier is a hard-working sculptor. Some have gone full hermit mode, sitting in the frigid corners of the Earth. Think Antarctica and the Himalayas, frozen in time for thousands of years. Their ice is so solid that it genuinely acts like stone, just chilling there and thinking deep thoughts. These glaciers are practically ancient history itself, trapping tiny bubbles of air within their layers, giving scientists a sneaky peek into the atmosphere of eons past. It's like a frozen diary, filled with tales of volcanic eruptions and weather shifts. Now, even though these glaciers might look as lifeless as a rock, they carry the whispers of our planet's history, stuck beneath the icy facade. Each little bubble of trapped air is like a message in a bottle from a world long vanished, just waiting for someone with a shovel or a snowmobile to come along and discover their secrets. The stories they tell might even contribute to a gripping episode of ancient Earth mysteries if only they had legs to run with. As glaciers advance and retreat, they don't just leave a trail of melted puddles but craft breathtaking U-shaped valleys that look like nature's own artwork. The grinding ice against rocky surfaces does a fantastic job reshaping mountains, turning jagged cliffs into mesmerizing polished giants. Even long after these ice giants melt, their imprints linger, a scar of beauty that lasts tens of thousands of years, reminding us that time is an extraordinary artist. The valleys in Norway and New Zealand are prime examples of nature's patient handiwork. It's like a slow-motion architectural masterpiece. In a way, mountains can feel like time machines, revealing secrets from eons of climate changes. Each layer of rock within a mountain tells stories of ancient weather and environmental shifts. There's more than meets the eye lurking beneath those rocky outcrops. They capture the essence of rain, heat, and life from epochs long gone. Climbing a mountain becomes an adventure through time, falling into nature's timeline with every step, reaching back to when our Earth had its very own vibe. And don't forget, mountains are also the world's natural water towers, storing 3/4 of the planet's fresh water. Year after year, fluffy snow gathers in these lofty heights, squeezing into glacier that leisurely feed rivers. Those rivers, in turn, nourish billions of people across continents like Asia, Europe, and the Americas. So next time you catch a glimpse of a glacier, remember it's not just a mass of ice, it's a dynamic memory bank and a lifeline of fresh water for all. As spring rolls in and the sun gets more serious about melting snow, torrents of water cascade down from snow-capped peaks, celebrating the arrival of life. These frosty giants, the Himalayas, Andes, and Rockies, are like nature's water coolers. When snowfall is late or gets overly enthusiastic in melting, we're left with dry spells instead of the usual jubilation. Watching those glistening flakes tumble down is like witnessing a secret life force being hoarded for that perfect time to nourish ecosystems. Picture mountains draped in their frosty winter coats, storing precious water easily forgotten until summer. That melting ice isn't just a refreshing sight, it's a liberator. Glacier can weigh a ton per cubic yard, and when they decide to shed their weight, they unleash a geological karaoke where the land underneath adjusts, doing the isostatic dance upwards. Northern Europe and Canada are still getting their groove on from the ancient ice that melted away long ago, reshaping not just the land but the sculpted contours all around us. As they shed some weight, something spectacular happens. Earth's crust symptomatically adjusts, causing an earthquake now and then to remind us of glacier enduring legacy. Even gravity gets in on the act, shifted and tweaked as the land rises again. So, as global temperatures rise and our beloved glacier wane, Earth seems to give a little shrug toward the heavens, realigning mountains and rivers in a cosmic illustration of the ancient weight of ice. Now let's talk about the grand stage these mountains play on the cosmic axis. The rise of monumental mountain ranges doesn't just change local weather but shakes up how Earth rotates. Over eons, the mighty Himalayas and Andes have wobbled Earth's axis just a smidge, affecting climate patterns in ways we're still unwrapping like an old, complicated gift. It's a dance of rock and time that guides seasonal rhythms and shapes our very climate. Not content with just being magnificent backdrops, these mountains are home to diverse ecosystems, each altitude a separate universe with unique weather and life. At the base, bustling forests enjoy a warm hug of humidity, while higher up, evergreens stand watch over meadows adapted to thin air. Beyond the tree line, resilient mosses and lichen cling to life against all odds. Some ecosystems, exclusive to specific mountain ranges, are like nature's little secrets, waiting patiently for curious explorers. Take Mount Kilimanjaro, where otherworldly giant grounds sprout like nature's ancient sculptures. Then, there are the Andes, where stout cushion plants mingle with frosty winds, creating unique habitats that showcase life's creative flair. Each altitude reveals a new chapter in the ongoing saga of evolution, a thrilling vertical journey through the story of survival and adaptation. Mountains are much more than stone. They are vibrant stories teeming with life, layered in heights and experiences. Every time one scales a peak, they step into a different narrative. On some summits, you might encounter plant species that are world-renowned for their rarity. Enter Puya rayundi in the high Andes, a remarkable plant that survives between 10,000 and 15,000 feet, living a century before dramatically reaching skyward like a glorious finale only to wither after its single bloom. This rare moment gives a whole new meaning to the cycle of life at the top of the world. On the majestic Mount Kinabalu in Borneo, a treasure trove of plant life flourishes, with hundreds of species existing uniquely on this soaring peak. Isolated in their lofty kingdom, these plants have responded to the whims of thin air, shifting mists, and unpredictable temperatures, always evolving in delightful secrecy. But as climate change creeps in, these velvety blossoms and quirky shrubs are fading away, their vibrant memories lingering like ghost stories among the clouds. With every rare bloom that vanishes, we're reminded that nature's creativity often flourishes in the quietest and most secluded places. The high altitudes of mountains hold an ironic twist of fate for animals. They either grow smaller to save energy or stretch into larger versions of themselves to stay warm. A snow leopard, for instance, boasts robust lungs and a flowing coat, allowing him to dance on the Himalayan breeze with ease. Meanwhile, pint-sized pikas scurry among the rocky cliffs, whose tiny frames keep them fleet-footed, evading the chill. Even yaks tap into their inner bodybuilders, flaunting large hearts and chests to siphon precious oxygen from the winds. It's as if evolution is a sculptor, chiseling away at each creature, refining them to fit into the mountain's unique fabric. In the misty forests of Central and South America, some frogs live their lives nestled in the fluffy embrace of clouds. Immersed in a wondrous cloud forest, these frogs rarely descend to the ground, choosing to hang out in a dreamy floating world instead. Here, their dew-kissed leaves serve as both water source and nursery. With moisture swirling around them, these amphibious acrobats croak a gentle melody that drifts through the shrouded canopy, echoing a lullaby that intertwines the essence of sky and earth, a beautiful harmony of existence in a world half hidden. While humans huff and puff at high altitudes, birds waltz through the skies, defying our limits. Take the legendary bar-headed goose, who glides effortlessly over the Himalayas, reaching dazzling heights of over 29,000 feet. Equipped with blood that snags oxygen like a champ, these feathered wonders thrive in the harshest environments. Then there's the Rupel's vulture, who's recorded soaring even higher, where the air is thin and temperatures plunge. These aerial aces draw invisible roots in the sky, a testament to nature's boundless creativity and astonishing adaptability. Nestled on precarious cliffs, mountain goats are the go-getters of the animal kingdom. With specialized hooves that grip rocks like sticky fingers, they turn the impossible into an afternoon stroll. Their split hooves allow them to distribute their weight expertly, while the sharp edges provide the all-important traction needed for those near vertical climbs. Watching these four-legged daredevils leap from one crag to the next, you can't help but chuckle at their fearless antics and envy their audacious flair for adventure. As we explore these elevated realms, it's clear that every mountain has its stories to tell. From hidden plant species to the aerial acrobatics of daredevil birds, the creativity of life finds a way to thrive, even amongst the harshest conditions. These ecosystems encapsulate the delicate ballet of survival and adaptation, bouncing back from nature's challenges with a wink and a nudge. Every twist and turn, every high-altitude leap, enriches our understanding of how varied and marvelous life can be in these often overlooked echelons of existence. Under the watchful gaze of the sun, the extraordinary mountain goats strut about with a grace that would make ballet dancers weep with envy. Their rubbery hooves cling to the mountainside like climbers to the rock, navigating cracks and crevices with the agility of seasoned acrobats. It's not just seasoned goats that take to the heights. Even the little kids embody this wild spirit. They spring from ledge to ledge with such finesse it feels like gravity's on vacation, leaving them to bound freely across their lofty kingdom. Amidst this breathtaking altitude, a peculiar crew of tiny insects thrives against all odds. Meet the cold weather warriors, stone flies, snow fleas, and ice midgets, who find joy in the rock-strewn playground of the alpine. With bodies as dark as a midnight sky, they soak in every precious sunbeam, and some even whip up their own natural antifreeze cocktail to defy the chill. Picture them groggily waking from their glacier nap when the sun provides just a hint of warmth, little creatures resilient enough to dance between survival and despair in a world unwelcoming to most life forms. In this frosty realm, delicate mountain butterflies shed their frail cocoons and embark on epic migratory missions. With the grace of seasoned globetrotters, these winged beauties flourish in the warm embrace of summer meadows before executing a well-timed descent come winter, all while navigating the invisible ladder of the mountains. They trod altitudes that stretch for thousands of feet, ensuring that life flourishes in every corner, from bustling caterpillars in sunny lower forests to radiant adults fluttering amidst heavenly alpine flowers. Each ascent and descent by these butterflies is choreographed like a finely tuned ballet, as they sip fragrant nectar and spread pollen like secret whispers between ecosystems. The hillsides and valleys become a colorful, interconnected tapestry sewn together by the diligent work of these tiny artisans of the air. Their brightly stained wings shimmer against the backdrop of a majestic landscape, proving that even the smallest of creatures have a big role in this grand narrative of life. Meanwhile, trees in the high altitudes seem to have thrown caution to the wind, quite literally. These twisted sentinels bear the brunt of relentless gales, bending and warping in response to the chilly drafts that sculpt their very existence. With branches thick and low, and trunks leaning away from the biting winds, they tell tales of struggle and survival that can be read in the rings of their resilient bark. It's like nature has taken a turn in the art world and created sculptures that evoke both intrigue and admiration. These contorted trees stand as living monuments at the timberline, where the last rebels of the forest stubbornly resist nature's harshest conditions. Each one is a testament to resilience, rooted deep into the frigid ground while standing their ground against all odds. The air around them speaks in hushed whispers, sharing stories of endurance and metamorphosis, reminding every adventurer that these mountains are crafted not only by stone but also by the unyielding wind that dances through the landscape. At the timberline, nature pulls a complex game of chess, where every piece, be it tree, insect, or mammal, has a role to play, dictated by the whims of temperature, rainfall, and latitude. This enchanting boundary sets limits for life, a marker where trees begin their slow retreat from the higher altitudes. As the cool weather rolls in, it raises the question of who can take the heights and who must retreat, reminding us that even in the majestic mountains, there are rules governing existence that are as capricious as the winds themselves. In the steamy embrace of the tropics, trees reach for the sky, soaring up to an impressive 12,000 feet. Meanwhile, at the frosty edges of the poles, they bid farewell only a few hundred feet above sea level. The forest line isn't merely a visual line in the landscape. It's a weather diary of sorts, revealing how climate plays a game of tag with the mountains over centuries. As the warming trend kicks in, forests shimmy up the mountains, while the colder times see them retreating like shy guests at a party. This timberline isn't just a firm boundary but a wavy whisper, where the dance between trees and the sprawling sky occurs. Picture a place where the trees seem to be playing hide and seek with the wind. It's those delicate low shrubs and resilient grasses that stake their claim in this high-altitude world. Nature seems to tease the limits of life, balancing it precariously against the thin, biting air that ripples above the mountain tops, where even a timid breeze feels like a chilly embrace. Ever reached for the stars? Some mountain tops are not too far off. They stand tall and proud, reminiscent of Mars, with heights surpassing 20,000 feet, flaunting their barren rocky surfaces. Up there, it's a serious game of survival as the air thins, sunlight blazes fiercely, and soil resembles a barren wasteland. Only the hardiest of microbes and lichen manage to hang on in this alien-like world, where temperatures play hopscotch from scorching days to frigid nights, all while ultraviolet radiation beams down like a spotlight at a concert. As scientists peer into this Martian parallel, they often find high peaks like the Andes Aconcagua Plateau or the Himalayas serve as perfect testing grounds for instruments destined for space missions. After all, when you're studying a landscape that resembles a red and dusty planet, it makes sense to perfect your gear here first. Standing on such heights offers a curious thrill. It's like peeking into another universe, while still firmly planted on our own planet. But let's not forget, our bodies are also in on this wild mountain adventure. Climbing high is no picnic. Within hours, the body begins its clumsy tango with altitude. Breathing becomes deeper and the heart tries its best to keep up with the fiery demand for oxygen. Before you know it, the kidneys kick into gear, churning out hormones like a factory, stimulating new red blood cell production. The body is basically throwing a party, adapting to the drastic changes and challenging conditions of high altitudes. And it's truly fascinating to note how people like the Sherpa of Nepal and the Andean Ketwa seamlessly thrive in these lofty realms. They are nature's finely tuned machines, generations of evolution packed into traits that help them push past the struggles the heights impose. Their bodies master the art of producing nitric oxide, widening blood vessels and keeping blood flowing smoothly. It's a quiet testament to the resilience and adaptability of life in the most unpredictable environments. Now, if you ever find yourself boiling water at high altitudes, prepare for a twist. The water boils at a surprisingly low temperature. On Everest, it's a paltry 160 degrees Fahrenheit instead of the typical 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooking becomes a comedy in slow motion. Food takes its sweet time. Tea water is stuck in lukewarm limbo, and climbers often sip on semi-steamy water. And let's not overlook how this quirky principle affects weather patterns, a significant insight for those braving the high altitudes. Ultimately, every step higher becomes a lesson in physics, a thrilling reminder that the normal rules can take a detour up here. Even as our bodies adapt to the altitude, the nature of heat and air bends at high elevations. The thrill of developing new red blood cells becomes a part of the adventure, transforming the mountains from just stunning vistas into living tales filled with science and wonder. Within mere hours, the body gets busy, releasing erythropoietin from the kidneys. It's a bit like sending out an SOS signal. This hormone summons the bone marrow into action, prompting it to churn out more red blood cells. Like tiny oxygen-carrying fairies, these cells waltz through the bloodstream, ensuring that every precious organ receives its share of oxygen. As days fold into weeks, their numbers multiply, transforming the blood into a thicker concoction that's better suited for the high-altitude challenges ahead, where every gasp for breath feels like an uphill battle. Speaking of high altitudes, let's talk about La Granada. This Peruvian mining town sits a jaw-dropping 16,000 feet above sea level. If you think about it, it's basically a home for clouds, which often float awkwardly beneath its streets. Visitors gasping for air after just a few minutes isn't a surprise. Yet, more than 30,000 resilient souls call this place home, mining for gold in an environment where water boils at a friendly lukewarm temperature. There's no running water or sanitation. Every step takes effort. Still, the locals thrive, having mastered the art of living in oxygen levels that would send most running to the nearest comfy couch. Above this quirky town lie glacier and endless snowfields, and the warmth of day contrasts sharply with chilly nights. Here, life seems to dangle on the edge of human endurance and possibility. It begs the question, how do they do it? This environment serves as a testament to the incredible adaptability of human beings. It's a stark reminder that one's home can exist even when the very air feels ludicrously light. It turns out, conquering the elements isn't always about fighting against them. Sometimes, it's about embracing their quirks. Zooming out, we find that indigenous cultures have made these mountain valleys their home for thousands of years. Long before the trendy sport of mountaineering exploded, communities crafted rich lives amid the rugged peaks. In the Andes, the Quechua and Aymara families cultivated potatoes and quinoa like pros, while the Sherpas in the Himalayas thrived on ancient trade routes amidst the clouds. The Berbers from North Africa and the Gurung of Nepal added their own chapters to this epic mountain story, shaping languages and folklore that resonate with the very essence of their landscapes. For these resilient souls, mountains weren't mere obstacles, no, they served as living guardians and teachers. Their deep spiritual connections often transformed the rugged peaks into reverential landscapes. Traditions linked to the stars and winds permeate their daily lives. Strolling through these high-altitude communities reveals that humanity has always reached for the mountain tops, not as conquerors but as humble companions to the giants that tower above. It's a serene partnership, waiting patiently in the shadows of rocky spires. And let's not forget the ancient temples. High places have long been the preferred spots for sacred monuments, as folks believed these elevated realms brought them closer to divine forces. Why do you think the ancient Greeks built temples on Mount Olympus, the supposed home of the gods? In the Andes, the Incas erected shrines atop towering volcanic peaks, showering golden offerings on celestial powers. From Japan's Mount Fuji, viewed as both a climb and a spiritual journey to hilltop sanctuaries cradled across the globe, humanity has demonstrated its timeless urge to ascend. Pilgrims with a heart full of faith have traversed icy glacier to honor these holy places, often proving that the harshest terrains were simply part of a sacred quest. Before mountaineering was a recreational sport, climbing was driven by a spiritual thirst. Each step taken toward these altitude-defying shrines was a defiance of earthly limits and a gesture toward the infinite. Who knew that the simple joy of ascending could be intertwined with seeking the divine? The whispers of ancient altars still echo the message that the spirit always longs to soar as high as the stone itself. In the remote corners of Tibet, dedicated souls trekked for months, braving icy trails to reach monasteries nestled among towering snow-capped peaks. With the wind howling and the cold nipping at their heels, these pilgrims relied not on heavy packs but on sheer faith and camaraderie. Each storm they faced, whether a raging avalanche or the thin air of altitude, became a testament to their resolve. For them, every step felt like a prayer, a meditative offering to a force greater than themselves. Even in the modern age, adventurous trekkers trace these ancient paths, feeling the echoes of those who walked before them as they seek meaning in the grandeur of the mountains. Mountains have always been stitched into the fabric of mythologies around the world, serving as the majestic homes of gods and legendary beings. Picture the Greeks, imagining Zeus lounging on the thunderous heights of Mount Olympus, or Hindus who deemed the mighty Mount Kailash the center of the universe, right where Lord Shiva holds court. In Japan, the goddess Sang is said to bask atop Mount Fuji, while in the Hawaiian Islands, stories abound of volcanoes with ancestors who shift and bicker. To ancient eyes, mountains were not mere rocks. They were sacred, permeated with the divine, where lightning wasn't just weather but divine conversations in the clouds. Cultures believed that mountains served as the very axis of the world, a bridge between heaven and earth. This idea appears repeatedly in mythology across different societies. Greeks exalted Mount Olympus, while the Hindus revered Mount Meru, and Norse legends spoke of Yggdrasil, the cosmic tree connecting all realms. This enduring notion still captivates us today, for mountains symbolize balance, a stability that anchors and connects terrestrial life with the celestial order above. Standing atop a peak invites a sense of being at the heart of existence, where the sky and earth seem to embrace in a cosmic dance. The idea that some mountains extended their summits into the heavens has intrigued humanity for centuries. Long before our current technology, ancient civilizations crafted vivid stories of peaks that grazed the divine. In Mesopotamia, the mountain Marshu was believed to mark the portal to the rising sun, while the Old Testament tells of Moses climbing Mount Sinai to receive the sacred laws amid thunder. Inca beliefs held that their highest summits were gateways to the afterlife. Such narratives transformed these geological giants into spiritual landscapes, turning climbs into transcendental journeys bridging mortals with the divine. Every ascent carried profound meaning, where the struggle through thin air and silence felt like a pilgrimage to the brink of heaven. Standing on a towering peak amplifies this sensation, as one feels the embrace of infinity. The very essence of these mountains, coated in tales of human aspiration and divine will, has forged a legacy as potent as the rock beneath our feet, instilling in us an ancient longing for connection to something beyond our earthly existence. Nature's dramatic displays often find their stage on these high summits. Lightning strikes the peaks more often than anywhere else, the mountains acting as nature's own lightning rods, capturing the electric energy that ebbs and flows in the atmosphere. With storm clouds swirling around, these giants become a canvas for the electric dance of nature. The concentration of atmospheric charge transforms them into mystical sights where earth and sky collide, reinforcing humanity's reverence for these colossal forms that seem to pierce the heavens. And so, the mountains remain, timeless witnesses to the stories of human striving and the spirit's unquenchable thirst for meaning. They are the places where the earth stretches toward the sky, yearning for its reflection in the celestial expanse. Whether as divine homes, protectors, or sleeping giants, these magnificent structures continue to bridge the gap between humanity and the divine, reminding us of our intrinsic connection to the wider universe. In every thunderclap and every gust of wind, we hear the echoes of the ancient prayers still reverberating in the high places. When nature's fury decides to unleash its power, it's like watching a cosmic dance where lightning leaps from cloud to stone. Imagine tall, proud peaks like Mount Rainier or the Matterhorn, which take more strikes per year than a seasoned amateur in a karaoke bar. Before a storm, these majestic giants glow with an electric charge, buzzing with anticipation. Climbers, unsuspectingly, find their hair standing at attention, much like a dog spotting a squirrel. The scene transforms into a dramatic ballet. Trees splinter, rocks explode, and molten glass traces intricate designs across the earth. With each lightning strike, the sky and stone unite in a spectacle of fury. From a distance, it looks magical, as if nature has decorated its high temples with brilliant flashes. Those peaks, crowned with shimmering halos of lightning, remind us of a connection that's both awe-inspiring and a tad terrifying, a theatrics of Earth's wild side. But it gets weirder before the electric ballet kicks off. The air may start buzzing with static electricity. Metal items tingle, and many climbers report an otherworldly hum. This isn't just any noise. It's the mountains serenading its visitors with a soft, eerie song, a choral symphony created by dancing irons. In a dazzling twist, climbers can get a glimpse of St. Elmo's fire glowing around their tools, or hands. It's like nature's own light show, but leads right into roof-chipping lightning. As if that isn't enough, the mountains harbor secrets beneath their rugged faces. Inside these behemoths lie minerals, rich in iron and nickel, that adhere to the Earth's magnetic field like best friends clinging onto each other during a game of spin the bottle. When conditions are just right, these minerals record an enduring magnetic signature, turning these peaks into astonishing geological time capsules. Want a compass to help navigate? Good luck near those magnetic deposits. Travelers may find their compasses spinning like a top or drifting shamelessly off course. This phenomenon isn't just an inconvenience, it serves an essential purpose. Geologists study these magnetic records to piece together the jigsaw puzzle of Earth's history, revealing ancient movements of continents long before Google Maps existed. Believe it or not, some rocks can tell stories of Earth's poles daringly shifting throughout time. A fascinating science called paleomagnetism showcases how once lava turned into solid rock can hold onto its magnetic alignment like a family heirloom. Through ages, these rocks have seen continents wandering thousands of miles or turning in unexpected directions, leading to the discovery that what feels north today may have been something else entirely in ancient times. In this vast narrative, mountains play the role of archival libraries holding invisible directions. They capture Earth's restless personality, reminding us that even our trusty compass is just a vague reference in this constantly mutating realm. And let's not forget earthquakes. They're the wild cards that can transform majestic mountains with a single dramatic jolt. While mountains take eons to rise, an earthquake can morph them in a heartbeat, reminding us how small and fleeting our place is within the relentless Earth. In 1960, Chile experienced a seismic shakeup that wasn't just typical small talk at the local cafe. Parts of the coastline jolted upward by over 10 feet. Picture this: new cliffs that were mere dreams at dawn, suddenly reality by breakfast. But don't be fooled. While earthquakes can lift and sculpt, they also can wipe out what's been established for eons. Mountains are born from chaos, and just like your coffee cup, they can topple with a single shaky moment. In less dramatic fashion, entire lakes might pop off the map because Mother Earth decided to shift her body. Remember that fateful day in Sichuan, China during the Wenyuan earthquake of 2008? Landslides went wild, creating new mountain lakes while others said their final goodbyes. Some rivers, caught in the crossfire, were temporarily dammed up by fallen rocks, only to bust open like nature's water balloon. Meanwhile, fish were left wondering, where's our water? Landslides, fast as a speeding sports car, can crash through forested trails and lush valleys, seemingly turning life upside down. Imagine a chaotic symphony where gravity took the conductor's baton and ran with it. The most infamous of these dramas happened in Alaska's Laguna Bay, sending waves soaring over 1,700 feet high enough to make even a tsunami blush. The energy release? Equivalent to a major explosion, a tip that nature can really pack a punch. And that's not all. Avalanche season brings nature's own version of a blockbuster movie. Thrilling, explosive, yet surprisingly graceful. As layers of snow build up precariously on steep slopes, the tension hangs in the air waiting for a seemingly innocuous trigger. A little crack here, a gust of wind there, and you have thousands of tons of snow barreling downhill faster than your morning commute, all in a breathtaking, glittering white rush. When these snowy titans do unleash, they can split trees and crumple buildings in their wake. Think of it as the mountain's dramatic exhale after holding their breath all winter long. Scientists delight in studying avalanches, finding the rhythm and choreography hidden within the chaos. Avalanche energy rivals small explosives, but there's a certain beauty to it, a stunning white cascade that dances to its own silent symphony until it crashes into the valley below. Adding to this tempestuous narrative, Some avalanches unleash powerful air waves that can topple even the sturdiest of trees. Imaginary waves of force storm down the mountain, propelled by an avalanche, racing faster than the snow itself. This rushing air can have hurricane-like strength, sending debris and roofs flying. What a way to redecorate. Every element adds another layer to the volatile drama of nature's moving canvas, constantly shaping the landscapes we so often take for granted. Through these tumultuous natural events, shifting lakes, racing landslides, and booming avalanches, we are reminded of the Earth's active, breathing qualities. What appears to be monumental permanence can transform in an instant. The mountains, our stoic Earth guardians, hide a playful spirit of chaos that reveals their true nature in this grand showcase of power and beauty. Nature knows no bounds, continuously reshaping the world with both ferocity and grace. In the majestic beauty of the Alps and Rockies, rescue teams have stumbled upon a bizarre sight: entire forests flattened as if a giant toddler threw a tantrum. The strangest part? The snow just tiptoes around the trees, leaving them unscathed while everything else gets a rude awakening. It turns out that avalanches don't just come crashing down, they carry a powerful breath in their wake, a shockwave of displaced air that'll have you thanking your lucky stars if you're far enough away. The aftermath is an eerie silence, as if the forests are in shock, tangled and still, echoing the chaos that just unfolded. If mountains had their own soundtrack, they might just be known for their singing snow. Imagine skiing down a slope and suddenly hearing a delightful hum, like nature's choir warming up for a concert. This phenomenon, when conditions align just right, transforms snowfields into vibrating musical instruments. Each flake contributes to the symphony, with the sound carrying across valleys like whispers from gods. Ancient travelers believed these eerie melodies were spirits encapsulated in the snow, while today's scientists chalk it up to friction. Regardless, standing there, entranced by this natural serenade, feels like a brush with the magical. Beneath your feet lies a hidden world, where mountains are full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Mountain caves form as water slowly swallows limestone, creating a labyrinth beneath the surface. Rainwater, kissed by carbon dioxide, turns into a superstar solvent, creeping through cracks and slowly widening tunnels until they resemble underground cathedrals filled with nature's stone sculptures. The echo in these caves carries a sense of timelessness, resonating with the slow drip of geological history, turning caverns into the lungs of the mountains, breathing life through hidden veins. Just when you thought it couldn't get more fascinating, in places like the Alps and Appalachians, entire networks of caves snake through the bedrock over hundreds of miles. Imagine large enough chambers to house an orchestra. The Mammoth Cave system in Kentucky stretches an impressive 400 miles beneath the surface, with more secrets surfacing daily. The slow, patient work of groundwater carves corridors of eerie silence, home to bizarre creatures that have adapted to life in eternal darkness, a world so alien, yet so close to the surface. Think of it, above ground, life thrives completely unaware of the epic subterranean drama below their feet. Mountains might look majestic, but they're like icebergs, only a fraction visible while the rest hides a sprawling maze of caverns. Every drip of water contributes to this underground tapestry, weaving a story written over eons, far before humans had the first thought of climbing those lofty peaks. And if you dig even deeper, metaphorically speaking, of course you'll find underground rivers flowing in ghostly silence through ancient rock. Rainwater slips through limestone, carving out secretive channels that have been evolving for centuries. Some may gush forth as springs and take center stage above ground, while others remain shy and elusive, known only by the melancholic sound of a distant drip, a reminder of the mysteries flowing just beneath our feet. The mountains sit tall and mighty above, yet they harbor a hidden world of silent drama, waiting for the curious to discover it. Deep within the earth, a hidden world hums with life, albeit quietly and in the dark. Scientists, with their colorful dyes and nifty gadgets, play cosmic detectives. They track how whispers of surface waters morph into vibrant hues, appearing in the far-off realms of rivers. Picture it. These lazy streams sneakily chisel their stories into the mountains, like an artist meticulously crafting a masterpiece, one grain of stone at a time. It's a planet drawing in a deep breath just beneath our rocky feet. In the enchanting realm of mineral-rich caverns, nature is the undisputed artist. Sunlight has packed its bags, leaving behind a rich tapestry of shapes and colors as droplets of water slowly evaporate, creating stunning crystals of calcite and gypsum. Ever been to Mexico's Cave of the Crystals? It's like Mother Earth's version of a disco ball. Giant selenite pillars stand tall, shimmering and ghostly, echoing a patience that spans hundreds of thousands of years, a melodrama of temperature and humidity that must remain perfect, or else it's curtains for crystal growth. While we're all busy marveling at what's above, down below, there's a rush going on. Mountains are not just static rocks, they are treasure factories. Precious metals like gold, silver, and copper are not just hanging around waiting to be found. No, they are the results of fire-fueled parties beneath ancient peaks. When magma cools, it spills mineral-rich fluids, crafting secret treasure veins waiting for their moment in the spotlight, ready to surprise rivers and ambitious miners desperate to catch a glimpse of what the earth has hidden. Exploring goldfields like South Africa or Australia is like taking a walk in a ghost town of ancient mountains. Each nugget retrieved is a little piece of history, a story etched by the fierce dance of heat and time. They are the exiled treasures of peaks long gone, and digging them up feels like unearthing forgotten secrets from times before humans roamed about. Mountains and those chunky silhouettes against the sky hold not just rocks, but relics of intense earth alchemy, showcasing the very essence of nature's artistry. But the mountain magic doesn't stop there. Deep within, diamonds, the ultimate glitz of the gemstone world, await their debut. Under loads of pressure that could make even the strongest person scream, carbon atoms crystallize into diamonds. Then, just when they think they'll be stuck forever, volcanic eruptions turn them into starlit surprises. Imagine explosions that send these gems soaring towards the surface. They are treasures, remnants of ancient chaos, so intriguing that they whisper tales nobody else can tell. And oh, those diamonds. Each time a light beams through a finely cut gem, it carries a narrative straight from the abyss. A narrative carved out by the world's profound upheaval, mountain making, eruptions, and unstoppable forces that reshape the realms around us. Each diamond is like a carrier pigeon delivering tidbits from the world hidden beneath our feet. They tell stories of heat, struggle, and beauty that are extraordinary gems waiting to be unearthed and adored. As for mountains themselves, they are nature's report cards, keeping track of Earth's ancient oceans and chemical shifts. Those hefty rocks once lay flat under the ocean, capturing the chemistry of primordial waters in their smothering embrace. When those sediments were eventually tossed upwards into craggy peaks, they became time capsules of the planet's aquatic past. The limestones still hold whispers of stromatolites, layered sculptures built by ancient microbes, proof that life once danced in the seas long before humanity took its first steps. Talk about sedimentary secrets. The Earth knows how to keep a story fresh for billions of years. The mountains wear their history like a badge of honor, adorned with bands of red and grey that tell tales of ancient rusting when oxygen danced into the atmosphere. When you clutch such a rock, you're not just holding a piece of earth, but thousands of years of memory crammed into stone. Mountains don't just breach the heavens, they cradle the echoes of ancient oceans, whispering stories of what once was and what is now a distant memory. High above, in the rocky embrace of towering peaks, aren't just alluring views. They're home to seashells and coral fossils, surprising relics of a time when those lofty heights were submerged beneath endless waves. These marine mementos stand in silent testimony to nature's unpredictable artistry, showcasing how the relentless push of tectonic forces lifted the ocean floor heavenward. Picture this: fossils nestled in limestone like a time capsule, screaming we were here long before you. Every glance at these fossils reveals not just an ancient species, but also the climate that molded them. It's a contradiction that fascinates. Finding a shell atop a mountain isn't just a quirky trivia moment. It's a declaration that all peaks were once beneath the ocean's foam. And now, those same summits loom high, reminding us that what goes down often comes back up, albeit with a little geological drama. But wait, there's more. Some mountains do double duty as archaeologists of time, holding the echoes of lost continents within their rocky depths. Scientists unearthed rocks that don't match their neighbors, revealing fragments of vanished worlds called exotic terrains. Like ancient puzzle pieces, these relics were carried across oceans by tectonic plates colliding to forge, keeping secrets intact, blending past stories into formidable ranges, like the Himalayas with their Tessis ocean floor memories. Embrace the notion that mountains are living time capsules. Can you imagine standing at the pinnacle of the Appalachian Mountains and feeling the whispers of Pangaea, the mother of all continents? 200 million years ago, they were part of one massive landmass, but as they drifted apart, the same rocks and fossils remained like lost friends divided by the oceans. Their stories continue to intertwine across the Atlantic while their peaks beckon from afar. Shifting gears, it's astounding how these colossal formations have sculpted global wind and rain patterns for eons. Ever so dramatically, when mountains rise, they twist the flow of air and moisture, stirring the weather like mythical wizards. Cool breezes rise and spill rain on one side, leaving parched deserts lurking in their shadows, an invisible choreographer of ecosystems and evolution itself. Take a cue from the Andes, who sculpted the arid Atacama Desert, or the Himalayas, who skillfully redirected the jet stream. Meanwhile, the Rockies played their part, guiding storms to carve out the plains of North America like a master artist with their chisel. Mountains aren't merely a spectacle, they are the dynamic forces shaping life and weather on our planet. Their immense power reminding us that nature weaves her tapestry with creativity and often a sprinkle of mischief. Mountains aren't just stunning vistas, they're climate changers. Imagine these towering giants influencing where forests sprout and grasslands unfurl in a spectacular geological dance. As rain cascades down young mountains, it carries precious minerals that snag carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, sending it off to the ocean. It's like a grand cosmic bid to drop some weight, all while shaping the very conversation between stone and climate. The magnificent Himalayas are proud champions in this global weather drama. When the Indian plate slammed into Asia, it didn't merely lift mountains, it hoisted entire weather systems sky high. This titanic rise forms a colossal barrier, effectively trapping moisture from the Indian Ocean. Voila! The heavy monsoons that sustain life across millions today were born from this mighty geological clash. It's a stunning case of rock meets water with a rainy twist. Meanwhile, behind this mountain curtain acts a plateau, transformed into a heat engine. It sucks up sunlight like a sunbather after a long winter. The resultant energy drives air currents, keeping the climate of Asia on its toes. Without the Himalayan touch, the continent might have spiraled into a barren desert, with endless dunes instead of lush landscapes. Each monsoon drop heralds the ancient story of that epic collision, a testament to the camaraderie between mountain and atmosphere. Now, let's get to the unpredictable weather nature cooked up on these peaks. In mountainous realms, weather can do an impressive quick change act faster than a magician on stage. One moment you're basking under glorious sunlight, the next, you're caught in a blinding snowstorm. Warm air zips up the slopes, clashing with chillier currents and sparking tempestuous thunderstorms that arrive without a formal invitation. Talk about mood swings. In places like the Alps, it's not unusual to experience 4 seasons in one day, all thanks to the mountains shaking things up. These geological sentinels breathe unpredictability, showcasing nature's electrifying transformations. Standing atop a peak while clouds rush past makes you feel like you're part of an exhilarating live show where the performance changes every second. It's nature putting on its best drama. And what about those valleys? Each one can cradle its own little weather system, trapping warm air by day and releasing it at night. This creates a spontaneous bloom of storms that can explode in the valley and vanish before they even think of roaming to neighboring ridges. Folks living in these areas become weather wizards, reading invisible cues, from cloud shapes to the fresh scent of ozone. It's a secret language between air and mountain, a delightful chat often unnoticed by the wider world. Think beyond the flurries and frolics. These mountains double as essential water reservoirs. Every winter, they gather snow like enthusiastic collectors. When spring beams its warm smile, the glacier melt, feeding rivers that quench the thirst of entire cities. Los Angeles gets its hydration fix from Sierra Nevada snow, while countless lives in South Asia hinge on the Himalayan thaw. But remember, too little snow leads to drought, and far too much can unleash disastrous floods. It's a delicate balance in the grand saga of life. Scientists take their snowpack measurements like they're negotiating prime real estate, because a single temperature shift can drastically alter the fate of millions. Each snowflake that drifts down during winter is a nature-made contract, an unbreakable promise from the mountains to the valleys below. When that snow finally melts, it transforms into rivers that gush with life, turning solid ice into life-sustaining water. It's like Mother Nature's version of a hidden treasure, given out drop by frosty drop. However, as global temperatures rise, these icy treasure troves are disappearing faster than a magician's rabbit. Once upon a time, glacier and snowfields steadily released their beautiful bounty throughout the warm seasons, nurturing rivers long after the last rainfall. Now, streams that once flowed proudly are drying up like your favorite desert wish. As the sun continues its relentless rise, communities nestled in the Andes and Himalayas are feeling the growing pangs of loss. Those rivers that have been gurgling for centuries now trickle sadly by midsummer. But the impact is much broader than just humans arguing over water rights. The retreating snow affects thriving ecosystems, vital wetlands, and farmlands sprawled across continents. It's like a thief stealthily robbing a bank. Those snowy mountains hold untold wealth that now melts quietly away. Watching this slow fade is like witnessing time itself unravel, a powerful act of nature also reminiscent of a well-scripted movie slowly losing its plot twist. Up in certain mountain valleys, sound plays an intriguing game of hide and seek. Ever notice how sound can seem to travel like a Netflix binge session? In those mystical heights, sound is magnified, echoing off the rock walls like an excited crowd at a concert. A distant crack of ice or a rumble of thunder can ricochet for miles, creating an auditory experience that feels like nature's symphony. It's as if the mountains are trying to join the conversation with their own special sound effects. Ancient cultures believed these echoes came straight from the gods, but science tells us it's all about those perfectly curved mountain shapes trapping and reflecting sound waves. However, on a deeper level, it feels like more than just physics. It's a mystical chat with Mother Earth herself. These echoes can linger like a long-lost friend, with sounds bouncing around the mountain basins for a full minute. Some geology wonders, like the fjords of Norway or the calderas of Iceland, make this auditory illusion feel truly enchanted. When echoes rise, they become a solid entity, swirling around softly, filling the air like a ghostly mist. By the time the echoes slip away, the profound silence feels like the world itself has just taken a deep, calming breath, giving way to that serene quiet we all crave. The mountains reveal a truth. Even a single sound can outlast its original voice within their vast echoes of memory. Elevated heights also do something magical. The thinner atmosphere scatters light in the most brilliant colors, turning the sky into a painter's palette. Up there, you can find hues of rich blue, and at daybreak or twilight, watch as fiery bands of crimson and gold grace the horizon. Rarely, you'll catch glimpses of mystical halos or glories, with ice and dust occasionally conjuring emerald and violet flashes. And at night, those stars will twinkle brightly, their colors pure and vibrant, like diamonds scattered across a dark velvet backdrop. At breathtaking heights, the mountains seem to hold secrets of the universe, with shadows so sharp they could cut glass. Those who venture up here, be they photographers or intrepid climbers, can't help but rave about the almost otherworldly light that graces the peaks. Stripped of worrying haze, this sunlight shines in its purest form, revealing everything in vivid clarity. It's as though the mountains have polished the sun just for our viewing pleasure, raw, radiant, and simply infinite. The mountains also provide the ultimate night sky show. Far from the incandescent glow of urban life, a clear, dry atmosphere transforms the vast canvas above into a spectacular display of twinkling stars. Standing atop a summit, you'll find more stars than you thought possible, with the Milky Way spilling across the horizon like a glowing river. Only here can you witness the cosmos without the interference of city lights and pollution, proving that it's not just light pollution that can be the enemy of stargazing sometimes, it's also light from that bulb over your porch. Of course, this isn't just a modern revelation. Ancient astronomers climbed lofty heights long before fancy telescopes were a glimmer in someone's eye. In Babylon, priests ascended ziggurats mimicking sacred hills, all to chart star movements. Meanwhile, the Incas aligned their divine temples with solstices and even used mountain ridges as celestial guides. Greek skywatchers clambered up Mount Helen and Mount Ida for clearer views, while in China, emperors built stone platforms atop peaks to track celestial events. They all knew what we sometimes forget: altitude equals clarity, bringing them closer to cosmic mysteries. Fast forward to today, and we have massive observatories perched high in the mountains, like sheep on a hillside. The European Southern Observatory in Chile's Atacama Desert, the KEK Observatory in Hawaii, and India's Astronomical Observatory in Ladakh are just a few of the modern marvels built in places where the air is so thin, it feels like breathing in a constant breeze from the cosmos. Here, with minimal atmospheric distortion, astronomers capture photons that have traveled billions of years to tell us about distant galaxies. These observatories feel like bridges to the infinite. Engineers and stargazers hustle through the thin air, surrounded by a haunting silence, broken only by their collective awe. When the Milky Way illuminates the night, it's so brilliant it practically casts shadows. The very mountains that cradled ancient legends now cradle sophisticated instruments, drawing back the veil on the universe and showcasing just how small we really are. Oh, but let's not just focus on our earthly peaks. When we glance across our solar system, the mountains of other worlds redefine the meaning of impressive. Take Mars, for example, home to Olympus Mons, a shield volcano that towers nearly 3 times over Mount Everest. Its enormous base could easily swallow the state of Arizona. Thanks to Mars' lower gravity and absence of tectonic plate shenanigans, this giant grew unchecked over eons, boasting slopes that gently cascade for miles. And if you think that's wild, other planets have peaks even taller when considering their overall size. It's like the ultimate competition among celestial neighbors. While our mountains are glorious in their own right, they would barely scratch the surface in a universe where the laws of nature have encouraged remarkable heights beyond our wildest dreams. Each towering summit reminds us that the quest for knowledge is as infinite as the universe, something that can ignite the adventurous spirit in any starry-eyed dreamer. On the asteroid Vesta, a proud peak known as Resilia juts upward, ruling over its modest 300-meter-wide domain. Imagine standing on this tiny rocky platform, gazing at the celestial giants. Meanwhile, on the red planet Mars, Olympus Mons looms large, casting a long shadow that reaches beyond the horizon. These cosmic formations are not just mountains, they are masterpieces created by universal forces of nature, reminding us that beauty can emerge from fire and stone across the universe. Mercury, the petite heavyweight of our solar system, flaunts its unique mountains made of metallic rock. With scars from ancient impacts all over its surface, this planet boasts ridges and cliffs enriched with iron and silicon. Picture the crust wrinkling like a wilting fruit due to the planet's cooling interior. The majestic lobate scarps tower a mile high and stretch for miles, gleaming under sun's relentless glare, a shimmering highlight of Mercury's ongoing thermal drama. Now, imagine standing atop these metallic heights, basking in sunlight that dances off rock once molten and fluid. It's like witnessing nature freeze time, preserving a moment when metal flowed freely under a heatwave sky. These gleaming ridges don't just sparkle for show, they document Mercury's colossal shrinking as it lost heat, showcasing an evolving landscape sculpted from our solar system's fiery past. Then we drift off to Pluto, where ice mountains glide like ethereal phantoms. Here, in the cold confines of our solar system's outskirts, Pluto is crowned with icy peaks, inching their way across its surface. These aren't your run-of-the-mill snow-capped hills, they're marvels of water ice, frozen rigid enough to rival granite. Beneath, there's a hidden sea of nitrogen ice that flows lazily, pushing those magnificent peaks into motion over centuries, creating a mesmerizing ballet of geology. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft brought us closer to these drifting ice giants, showcasing a landscape called Sputnik Planitia. It's a scene that dances between the lines of reality and fantasy. Mountains floating on a mysterious frozen sea, tirelessly transforming in the cold vacuum of space. They remind us that even in darkness, change is constant, as nature reshapes worlds far from our cozy corner of warmth. Venturing to Venus, we uncover volcanoes that reign over Earth's tallest peaks. Shrouded in thick, yellow clouds, Venus hides monstrous mountains like Morn, soaring nearly 5 miles high. Its base stretches for hundreds of miles and is accompanied by vast lava plains and colossal shield volcanoes that practically blend into one another. Unlike Earth's shifting crust, Venus's terrain pulsates as magma plumes push upward, creating a dynamic tapestry of fiery transformation. The air there, thick as a cauldron, shimmering with heat and pressure so intense it feels like a sci-fi movie. Some of these titans might still roar to life, with recent radar suggesting that they're shifting and swirling, hinting at volcanic escapades continuing beneath that hazy, yellow veil. They serve as a graphic reminder of a planet locked in a fierce dance of creation, where landscapes keep sparking to life in a ceaseless cycle of fire. Finally, we land on Mars, where the cliffs dwarf Mount Everest, reaching heights that seem almost impossible. The magnificent Val Marineris Canyon system sprawls across the Martian terrain, longer than the distance from New York to Los Angeles and diving more than 6 miles deep, deeper than our highest peak if you stacked it 3 times. The story goes that this colossal formation emerged when the crust cracked under the pressure of swelling lava nearby, a magnificent testament to Mars's tumultuous geological history. Over countless years, the forces of nature, landslides, and ancient floods have transformed chasms into an intricate maze of cliffs and valleys on Mars. Standing at the edge of this awe-inspiring landscape, the sight of walls disappearing into a surreal red haze is overwhelming. The shadows stretch into the distance, highlighting the planet's vast, curved horizon. Valles Marineris is no ordinary mountain. It's more like a gaping wound in the planet's surface, so enormous it could gobble a country whole, resembling Mars' own Grand Canyon, etched not by flowing rivers but by the persistent struggle of a restless celestial body. But wait, not all mountains are anchored to planets. Oh no, some are rogue wanderers in the vastness of space. Picture asteroid-borne mini-mountains like Bennu and Ryugu, which stand about 1/3 of a mile tall. These floating giants have peaks and ridges shaped by millennia of micrometeorite bombardment. Defying gravity's usual rules, their jagged forms twist and turn serenely through the void. Imagine spacecraft fluttering in to visit, discovering precariously balanced boulders on slopes, just waiting for a single poke to send them swirling into the cosmos. Some even spin so rapidly that they wear halos of dust, giving new meaning to the term rock star. Now, if you think mountains only teach us about geology here on Earth, think again. Scientists have turned to mountains as their trusty textbooks, sifting through the layers like wise old sages. Every peak formed and eroded tells tales of pressure, temperature, and time, intimate memoirs of our universe. By studying these titans, scientists infer planetary secrets, delving into the mysteries of heat migration, crustal thickening, and atmospheric responses. It's as if each mountain is a natural laboratory, revealing the intricate dance of physics and chemistry under unyielding pressure lessons that carry over to other celestial bodies. But there's more to mountains than just geology. They're the ultimate proving grounds for life itself. High altitudes challenge every living thing to adapt, throbbing with environmental tests. As air thins and the frosty grip of cold sets in, even the tiniest organisms rise to the occasion. From yaks with upgraded oxygen-absorbing chemistry to the resilient plants recalibrating their metabolism to fend off frost, life's creativity blossoms. Microbes clinging to rocky summits feed on minerals, and sunlight talk about the ultimate survivalists. Each expedition into these lofty realms unveils the tenacity of existence, teaching us how organisms thrive under conditions that seem utterly impossible. The brave souls who scale these rugged heights are not only mountaineers, they're pioneers of discovery. Long before modern technology emerged, these adventurers were the first to venture where no human eye had gazed. Their expeditions led to groundbreaking revelations of new species of flora and fauna, precious minerals, and even meteorites trapped in ice. Each climb unveiled the secrets of the natural world, acting as a bridge for scientists striving to decode the enigma of life in extreme environments. Their journeys created paths of knowledge in an uncharted wilderness ripe for exploration. In the end, mountains are more than just impressive formations. They are storytellers, narrating the saga of the universe and life's unyielding spirit. Up in the mountains, where gravity and time mingle, we learn that resilience is written in every twist of stone, whispering through the air. Those who dare to explore discover not just peaks of rock, but the boundless possibilities of life, a reminder of how, even at the edge of existence, the story of survival unfurls, waiting for curious hearts to listen and learn. High on Everest, intrepid climbers aren't just chasing the thrill of summits, they're also engaging in serious science. Armed with gear and an adventurous spirit, these modern-day explorers collect atmospheric samples to uncover the mysteries of high-altitude air. Meanwhile, expeditions to the Andes and the Karakoram have unearthed fossils that have flipped the geological narrative upside down. Talk about climbing the ladder of knowledge while literally climbing mountains. Today, the mountains serve as both playgrounds and laboratories for the adventurous at heart. As mountaineers brave the heights, they diligently gather data on everything from glacier retreat to rock stability and unpredictable weather patterns. It's all in a day's work for those who venture into the wild, combining their yearning for adventure with a passion for science. Each ascent becomes a thrilling mix of bravery, intellect, and a healthy dash of curiosity, pushing the boundaries of what humans can understand. As mesmerizing as they seem, mountains are not just eternal backdrops, they're changing lovers in a dance of geological romance. To an untrained eye, they may appear ancient and steadfast, yet they undergo constant transformations. Wind softens their sharp edges, while rain shapes their valleys like a sculptor with a chisel. Even the ice resting on their peaks and the warmth from the sun prompt daily performances of expansion and contraction. Every inch of these massive entities is a testament to Earth's restless energy. We humans are mere spectators in this grand show, watching as mountains experience unseen movements that shift their very existence. Thanks to satellite technology, we now know that the Himalayas gain a millimeter here and there, while the Alps wear away grain by grain, mind-blowing. Every mountain is like a living organism, engaging in a perpetual cycle of growth and decline. Even those that look ancient still play by the rules of change, reflecting the pulse of the planet beneath. The relentless forces beneath the surface are constantly at work, shaping mountainous landscapes in ways we often overlook. It's not just about the peaks we see, but also what lies deep in the Earth's crust, actively influencing the terrain above. The mantle beneath these majestic structures continues to rise and shift, lifting certain areas while pulling others down. Nature's resilience is on full display as erosion carries the remnants of these great heights into rivers and oceans. But hold on to your hats. Not all mountains are designed to last a lifetime. In regions charged with volcanic energy, mountains can be born and silenced in a blink. Take the island of Surtsey near Iceland. For instance, it erupted into existence in 1963, only to begin its descent into the sea almost immediately. This spectacle of creation and destruction showcases the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our Earth, proving that even monumental structures can have fleeting lives. Underneath every mountain lies a hidden world, much like the submerged part of an iceberg. The visible peaks are simply the tip of the iceberg, supported by vast roots of dense rock that extend deep into the Earth's mantle. These roots play a critical role in maintaining balance, grounding what we see and transforming it into something much more profound. Mountains, with all their grandeur and mystery, are just chapters in the ongoing story of our planet. As erosion gradually smooths out the sharp peaks of a mountain, a game of cosmic tug-of-war ensues. This is called isostasy, where the crust rises like a proud chicken trying to restore balance after its heavy feathered friend takes a step back. In essence, mountains float upon the Earth's interior, subtly adjusting their heights as their own weight presses down. The towering beauty we see above only tells half the tale, while the other half burrows deep beneath the surface, resembling a giant underground iceberg. Beneath these majestic giants, roots often stretch miles into the Earth's crust, forming colossal structures that mirror their alpine siblings above. It's almost as if each mountain has a secret life, lurking in the shadows, quietly pressing against the Earth's heart. Their weight is significant enough to reshape the very crust they rest upon, creating fascinating depression-like rafts that hold these ranges above water. Now, don't be fooled, this bending of the Earth's crust isn't a one-time deal. It flexes like a well-trained gymnast, constantly adapting as glaciers give way to melting and rivers energetically carve their courses. The crust acts like a flexible plate, morphing beneath the heft of mountain ranges and bouncing back once that load lightens. It's a sweet little dance that satellites get to keep an eye on, measuring those shifts and telling the story of our world's ever-pervasive adjustments. Mountains boast a reputation of being heavy hitters, not just physically but magnetically. Due to gravity's obsession with mass, those towering peaks exert a stronger pull on nearby surroundings than flat plains do. It's like those mountains are showing off. Satellites equipped with special gadgets can detect these gravitational variations, dazzling scientists with their findings. Take Himalayan peaks. For example, they generate a measurable gravitational bulge that sends scientists scrambling to analyze how everything from rivers to glacier is reshaping the crust beneath. Believe it or not, these stubborn mountains play a key role in calibrating satellite systems. Satellite instruments need solid reference points for their exact alignments, and these timeless mountains fit the bill. The Andes, Rockies, and Himalayas are mapped so well they serve as benchmarks for monitoring everything from sea levels to atmospheric conditions. Each satellite fine-tunes its accuracy against these stable, rugged features, continually reminding us that mountains have become silent stewards of our planet's pulse. On top of that, our fascination with mountains has birthed an entire field of science orogeny. This term hails from the Greeks, meaning the birth of mountains, and it captures the dramatic processes of folding, uplifting, and shaping the Earth's crust. The intricacies of orogeny take us on a journey through time, revealing the evolving landscapes crafted by nature's patient hand, making mountains seem not just like stone, but storytellers of our planet's history. So next time you gaze up at a mountain or hike its rugged trails, remember it's not just a glorious summit reaching for the sky. It's a complex, dynamic entity with roots deep in the earth and a formal title in the lexicon of geology. The majestic mountains don't just watch the world, they are part of an incredible network of natural phenomena that shapes the very fabric of our existence. They're reminders of both our planet's past and the ongoing dance between gravity and the Earth's crust. Cartographers dive deep into the thrilling tales woven into the fabric of our planet. They investigate how continents smash into each other like uncoordinated dancers at a wedding, how rocks get squished under stress, and how erosion plays tag with tectonic plate movement. Each mountain range whispers different adventures: the volcanic party of the Andes, the leisurely rise of the Himalayas, and the grand old sculpting of the Appalachians. These are not just hills, they are epic sagas carved over billions of years. Mountains, my friends, are like the Earth's own diary, chronicling its cycles of creation and decay. They aren't just random bumps in the cardboard that is the planet. No, they are sumptuous expressions of our world's fidgety energy. The term origin captures this whole poetic dance of geology, breathing life into the solid ground as it rises and reshapes itself. Mountains don't just sit idly, they're like the daydreamers among us, tilting their peaks toward the sky while embracing their own stories. Every continent has its mountainous flair, and yes, even the deep, dark oceans have a few hidden gems. From Antarctica's frosty heights to Hawaii's steamy volcanic wonderland, mountains pop up everywhere with the grace of a surprise party. Even under the relentless waves, secret undersea ranges like the mid-Atlantic ridge stretch out like well-hidden treasure maps, creating the longest mountain chain on our globe. And let's not forget tiny islands that keep towering peaks beneath their watery veils. Talk about keeping secrets. Wherever you venture on this spinning marble, the trace of a mountain is there stretching beyond the horizon. The world's mountainous spine wraps itself around the earth, braiding stone and silence, telling us a tale of relentless movement and change. These majestic ranges frame our daily views, demanding our attention while reminding us of the fervent activity beneath our feet. Each mountain is like a chapter in the book of our planet's spirited autobiography. When geologists dig into this rocky narrative, it reveals a world in constant metamorphosis. Mountains rise from titanic collisions, while their valleys emerge from the humbling act of collapse, each stone forged in the fiery depths of ancient times. This continuous story of geological evolution keeps spinning, guiding us through a theater where oceans open and close, summits grow and disappear. We see that every grain of sand being blown across our beaches once belonged to a proud peak. Mountains don't just hold stories, they are both remembrance and a glimpse into our planet's future. They serve as natural timekeepers, showing us the beauty that often arises from chaos while urging us to reconsider our ideas of permanence. Delving into the peaks and valleys gives us insight into Earth's continuous heartbeat, its pulse hammered in the depths beneath the quiet veil of stone. This is the ever-expanding tale of mountains, vibrant, dynamic, and eternally fascinating. Every mountain is like a grand storyteller, holding the secrets of the world in its crevices and contours. Each bump and bruise tells tales engraved by ancient volcanoes or fossils left behind by seas long gone. These rocks aren't merely stone, they're history, chiseled into form by heat beneath the surface, revealing the planet's epic saga with every touch. When you reach out, it's like shaking hands with time itself, a warm pulse echoing from millions of years ago. As we admire the peaks, we don't just see unyielding rock, we're gazing into the soul of history, compressed and steadfast. Mountains, in all their silent glory, have stood witness to the rise and fall of everything that has ever roamed Earth's surface. The stories they hold are profound and haunting, etched in layers of earth. Beneath every ridge, life continues its slow dance, revealing the patience and rhythm that define this grand landscape. Mountains don't fret or hurry, they rise and fold gracefully through the eons. Their world is a calm symphony of pressure and silence, where moments stretch into untold years. Imagine their depths, filled with layers still writing the story of the Earth's transformation. Picture continents drifting ever so gently, stone breathing and glacier reshaping valleys, as though the mountains are engaged in a whispering conversation with time. Even the rocks that seem lifeless are vibrant. Every pebble on a trail holds echoes of moments that once soared sky high. They remind us that true strength isn't rigid but rather resilient endurance, a blend of patience and silent force. Mountains illustrate that meaningful changes might happen slowly, like the soft trickle of water shaping a canyon over ages. Each crumbling rock transforms into new life, a testament to the cycles of creation. Reflect upon this. The earth beneath you is alive and nurturing. It moves at a pace that allows for calm contemplation. This tranquil existence is foundational, enveloping you like a warm blanket from the dawn of time. If you're enjoying these peaceful reflections, consider giving a little nod by liking, subscribing, or leaving a thought below. Your voice can help spread this quiet wisdom to wandering hearts seeking their own restful paths. But for now, let your thoughts drift like clouds above the mountains. Breathe deeply and let your eyelids grow heavy. Imagine the mountains cradling your worries, wrapping you in their ancient, reassuring embrace. Allow the stillness to wash over you, leading you into a serene escape where dreams mingle with the whispers of old stones. Good night, and may your slumber be as restful as the mountain's timeless presence.